Hello folks, how's it going? Now, I'm not going to talk for long about this today, but it's just something that I watched the other day that got me thinking. Um, I was watching the old film, 1976, I think it is, a Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Now, I remember that I watched it for nostalgic value because them sort of stop motion fantasy films, they always used to be on at Christmas time and things like that when I was a kid. Like Clash of the Titans, Jason and the Argonauts, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, 1 million years BC, that type of thing. I think it's, what's his name? Harryhausen, something. Harryhausen, the guy that was behind all the stop motion magic in the movies. Anyway, the first time I'd watched Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger in a long time. You know what I mean? Probably 25 years or something since I was a kid. Always had good memories of stuff like that. But anyway, I was watching it, and there's a bit. Well, most of the film they're in this obviously mythical world. It's kind of. I think it's supposed to be set in the real world, but there's all these mythical creatures and all sorts of stuff going on. Um, I think I don't know where it's set. Is it set in the east? I don't know, Asia, someplace like that. Egypt. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, near the end of the film, their trek, their mission is to head towards this. Now I don't even know what they call it actually, but they're heading towards this land, like in the distance behind all these mountains and snowy areas, and anyway, they get to this place. It's behind like a wall, and it turns out they go through this doorway, and it's like this sort of this realm of and there's like a pyramid in the middle of it. I think they call it a shrine maybe or something, but it's a pyramid. And as I'm watching it, and they suddenly go into this area, and it's like lightning as well, lightning above it, and sort of like this mysterious green glow, like sort of the Northern Lights type thing. And I'm sitting there watching it, and suddenly I see all this, and I'm like, wow, all this needs for it to look like something totally and utterly Lovecraftian, cosmic horror would be the sky. Obviously, the sky in this film was just bright sunshine with all this other stuff. But if it had just been like a dark sky, like an ominous, moody, sort of doom-filled sky, should we say, everything would have looked so Lovecraftian. I just sat there and was like, wow, it was great. And then they venture into this pyramid, mysterious, supernatural, pyramid thing that's deriving power from somewhere. And inside of it, again, it was like it was just so Lovecraftian to me. Ancient sort of lost civilization, like mysteries around it, and I just sat there and I was thinking, imagine like somebody. I mean, if you look at people that do stop motion these days, the YouTube channel called Blue Worm, BLUWORM, Blue Worm. He is very inspired by Ray Harryhausen. That's his name, Ray Harryhausen, who used to do all the stop motion stuff. Blue Worm's channel, he does amazing stop motion Lovecraft stuff. They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. In fact, I should have done a video on its own recommending people go and watch Blue Worm because he's brilliant. Galansky pointed me in Blue Worm's direction, didn't you, mate? In fact, I watched one of Blue Worm's videos recently. I think it was in the Court of the Yellow King. It was fantastic, brilliant. I shall have to do a video recommending that one. But anyway, back on track. And what was I saying? Yeah, there could be an amazing, otherworldly, dread-filled, cosmic horror Lovecraftian film made with all sorts of monsters in it for such a low budget. I think, like in the sort of, and it would probably look like something that's come out of the 70s or 60s, 70s or 80s or whatever. Like Sinbad. But I mean, Blue Worm does amazing stop motion stuff. He could, like, someone like him could do an amazing job of stop motion monsters and stuff and it would just, I'm just, it was again, it's harkening back actually to something I think I said in the comments. I think it was, I don't know if it was to you, Galansky, or what, but where Lovecraft fans are just so happy with the small amount of stuff they get. You could give them the simplest thing in the form of, I think it was actually, yes, Galansky, you pointed me towards something called a Lovecraft dream. And it was just sort of basic, simple drawings and slight animations and stuff. But the atmosphere it created, it was amazing. It was so good. And it was such simple to do. And I was saying then that Lovecraft fans, we'll take anything. We're happy with anything. You could give us something so simple and we can be like, wow, we're blown away by it. So the point I'm making is they could do an amazing full-length Lovecraftian type film where they're in another dimension. Obviously, in the Sinbad film, they're venturing through the lands of Earth or whatever, and it's in the East somewhere, and you know that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But it could be and all it would take would for it to have a dark sky, and it's mountains and do you know what I mean? All it would take would to be darken the sky and have a setting like that. A small cast of people venturing through this land, mysterious other dimensional world, nightmare land. And then obviously venture. I don't know. The storyline could be something like Sinbad, where they've got to get to this mysterious pyramid thing, whatever. Where you know what I mean? You get the gist, but it would be so simple. Well, it wouldn't be simple. I'm not trying to underplay the amount of work. Obviously, someone like Blue One puts into his animations because it's amazing. I'm not trying to. I'm sure it's bloody hard. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have the bloody patience. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure it wouldn't. You could do this for not. It wouldn't cost millions. It might not even cost hundreds of thousands. I don't know. But after Sinbad finished, I was like, this. If you could just make a few adjustments to that, even that film, and it would be, you just add a few different types of monsters in there, some Lovecraftian type. You slightly change the story a little bit, slightly, and just add darker skies and some more real sinister stuff, and you'd have a Lovecraft film, or a cosmic horror film, or something. Anyway, that is what I was thinking. I sat watching it, and I was like, I was then trying to, when I was watching it, because obviously I was yearning for a Lovecraft film as soon as I got a taste of it in Sinbad, and I was sitting there just imagining, pretending that, trying to ignore the little bright sky and imagine it was a dark sky, and trying to put my mind into thinking, this is, just, I don't know what I'm trying to say now. I'm getting a bit stumped for words, but I think I've got my point across. I think you know what I mean. And it's just something I needed to get off my chest. You know what I mean? It's been in my head thinking it could be so amazing what they could do and make a Lovecraft film that, yes, it would look dated as in the stop motion effects and that, but who cares? I think it'd be fantastic. I'd love to see something like that, and hopefully, you know what? Oh yeah, Blue Worm could do something like that, couldn't he? Or someone like him. Possibilities are endless. Anyway, I don't know if anyone's going to do anything like that, but we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on. Anyway, I've got my point across. You see what I'm saying? Go and watch Sinbad and see if you think, like me, if you little tinkering bits here and there, you could turn it into a real good Lovecraft film. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening to me rambling on. Yeah, cheerio for now. See you next time.